So we're going to talk about the four principles of accessibility. To talk about these, we use the acronym POUR. POUR is an acronym for four high-level principles that describe functional accessibility. This lays the foundation necessary for anyone to access and use web content. Our first high-level principle is perceive. This means to receive information through one or more of the senses of sight, hearing, and touch. Touch could be in the case of something like braille display for someone who may be deaf or blind. Sight and hearing are fairly obvious. The next is operate, which means to have a means available to complete any action needed, whether that's opening a web page, acting on a link, operating a button, filling in a form control, or operating a media player. And that needs to be using the means available to you. Next is understand. We want to understand the information, the content, or the instructions. So, content, instructions, navigation all need to be understood, and things like complex language, jargon, acronyms can be barriers in that way, or just the way that the language is written. And finally, robust. It needs to work on the combination of operating system browsers and assistive technologies used, and that means also not just the latest version of these technologies, as people use older versions.